Many people in the history of the NHL have been hated or despised. Gary Bettman comes to mind, Clarence Campbell, but this guy can basically not enter a bar, or anytime hockey is discussed, his name comes up as the dirtiest player and probably the most dangerous in league history. Now, Ulf Samuelsson is a Swedish-American former pro hockey player who basically was known for his strong play in defense, but his unnecessary checks and hits that ended the careers or limited the careers of numerous NHLers. Now, he currently serves as an assistant coach of the Florida Panthers of the NHL. He played numerous seasons in the show with Hartford, Pittsburgh, New York, Detroit, and the Flyers. He was a two-time Stanley Cup champion with the Penguins in 91-92, and is the first European-born player to have 2,000 career penalty minutes. Now, born in Fagersta, Sweden, was viewed by NHL players again as the most hated man in hockey. He was described to the New York Times as the lowest form of human being and someone whose play is all about trying to hurt you and knock you out of the game. Ask Cam Neely. We'll get to that in a second. He was also infamous for, again, that knee-on-knee hit on Cam Neely during the 91 playoffs against Boston. That was, to many, a contributing factor to Neely's early retirement just 5 years later when he was a number one power forward in NHL history. Now, Samuelsson was selected 67 overall by the Whalers in 82 NHL entry draft. In February 87, he played on the Rendezvous 87 series team as a member of the NHL All-Stars. The two-game series between the NHL All-Stars and the Soviets took place in Quebec City and replaced the mid-season classic for the 87 season. He was eventually traded to Pittsburgh along with Ron Francis in 91 and was a member of Pittsburgh's Stanley Cup winning teams for the next 2 years. He scored the 91 Stanley Cup winning goal in Game 6 of the finals against the Minnesota North Stars at 2 minutes of the first period in what became an 8-0 blowout victory for Pittsburgh. Now, en route to the 91 title in the game versus the Bruins during the 91 Stanley Cup playoffs, he hit Neely with a knee-on-knee check that injured Neely so severely it caused him to develop a condition called myositis ossificans, which ultimately ended his career. Basically, it was you couldn't move the muscles in your leg, similar to the MS effects that an MS patient goes through. Very, very severe injury. Now, as a member of the New York Rangers in '95, Samuelsson got a comeback from the league and from his fellow players. He was famously knocked unconscious by a sucker punch to the face from Ty Domi of the Maple Leafs. Domi received an 8-game suspension and a fine for the incident, described by some as one of the cheapest shots in NHL history. Domi insisted that Samuelsson provoked the punch by repeatedly calling him dummy. So what goes around comes around. Now, in all the years I covered the NHL, when he was playing, I could name at least one incident a week where he attempted to injure, couldn't, or did. So that's how bad it was. Now, he played 1,080 career NHL games, scoring 57 goals and 275 assists for 332 points with 2,453 minutes and penalties. Now, he was also bad off the ice. Now, during the Nagano Olympics, he was rejected from the Swedish national team when it was discovered that he requested and received U.S. citizenship. His Swedish citizenship was revoked and he was not allowed to play. The entire ordeal was listed as the 72nd most important international story by the IHF in their centennial celebrations in 2008. Now, the major transactions involved with really impacted NHL history. Now, when the Whalers traded him, it was along with Ron Francis and Greg Jennings to the Penguins in exchange for John Cullen, Jeff Parker, and Zarly Zalapsky. Now, on August 31st, 95, the Penguins traded him along with Luc Robitaille to the Rangers in exchange for Peter Nedved and Sergei Zubov. Now, on March 23rd, 99, he was traded by the Rangers to the Red Wings for a second-round draft pick and the Rangers' third-round draft choice. Now, he also played with the Thrashers for a little while and signed as a free agent with the Flyers in the off-season. So he was traded to the Thrashers but didn't sign. Now, Samuelsson is now a resident of Scottsdale, Arizona. Samuelsson's son, Philip, Henrik, and Adam are professional hockey players, while his daughter, Victoria, played hockey at Penn State University. Now, His coaching career has taken him in many locations. He was the head coach of the Phantoms Ice Hockey Club Squirt Minor AAA squad in 04. 05, assistant coach of the Avon Old Farm School. 06, assistant coach of the Hartford Wolfpack. 06 to 11, assistant coach of Phoenix Coyotes. 2011-13, head coach of Modo Hockey. 13 to 16, AC of the Rangers. 16-17, head coach of Charlotte Checkers. 07-18, assistant coach Chicago Blackhawks. 19-20, pro scout for the Seattle Kraken. 19-20, head coach for Lexans IF. And 2021, he was an AC with Florida. Now, final NHL totals, again, include 132 playoff games with 34 points. And in the SAL League, which of course is Sweden, 102 games, 17 goals, 18 assists for 35 points. Now, he's represented Sweden at numerous international events, including the European Junior Championships, the World Junior Championships, the World Championships, the Canada Cup, and Olympic Games, and again, 42 games internationally at these tournaments, 7 goals, 11 assists, and 18 points. Like I said, Samuelsson had skill, but to play dirty like he did without thinking about the retribution it would occur made no sense. And like I said, from what I heard from members of the media, like I said, he brought a lot of this upon himself because his style of play was not really accepted, because you don't go there and deliberately try to hurt your opponent, ladies and gentlemen, and that's what he did. Anyway, I'm not having anything bad or good to say about him. I'll let what he called the mists of time take care of that. But when he dies, you're going to say dirtiest player in NHL history, for sure, or the most disrespected. Thanks for listening. Bye.